Well, thank you very much. I would like to give a presentation about the Global Ecosystem and the Environmental Observation Analysis Research Corporation. So, as we know, the climate change, environmental degradation, biodiversity loss, and habitat destruction. So, we have faced all these challenging issues and how to fill the data gap and inconsistent mapping technology for global community. And it's also important how to use the observation data to support the policy making. It's also very important. So just based on this background, the GeoArc was originated in 2012, financially supported by Ministry of Science and Technology, China. The GeoArc aims to dedicate to the 4 geo engagement priority, including the sustainable development goals, climate change, disaster risk reduction, and urban resilience. And GeoArc has released a annual report and the public data set continuously as the public goods and support the China, also the international society, and for a regional country for decision making, scientific research, and capacity building. So this is a historical evolution of the GeoArc. So the GeoArc was adopted as a pilot initiative in 2020 and continuously as a pilot initiative. So the main observation product and services, including, I think up to now, GeoArc has released 37 annual user-oriented annual report and 137 datasets, which have been downloaded for more than 200,000 times from the Geo portal. The observation product and include the Chinese satellite data. So I think this is also a contribution from the Chinese side. And more Chinese satellite data are available for global ecological and environmental monitoring, including the global SJ1 with 30-meter resolution data, and the Gaofen 1, Gaofen 6 with the 16 meters resolution data. And the second kind of product is the global land use and cover data. For example, the Global Land 30, Forum GRC 3010, and GRC FC 330. These are 3 parts of global land cover land use data that can be downloaded for the international community and also support the systems monitoring and analysis. Recently, we have finished a global 13-meter land use land cover product using the Chinese satellite data. The Chinese Gaofen 1 and Gaofen 6 based on the music system. Music system is a multi-source synergized qualitative remote sensing production system. This system can interpret multi-source remote sensing data to generate different kind of remote sensing product. I think this is also useful information. So the LRD data can be provided for the global land cover mapping. So, and the long-term series data will be helpful for the ecosystem monitoring. And another kind of data based on the music systems, we also can provide the essential biodiversity variables, essential environmental variables, and some kind of product. So these just give some example. All of the data can be downloaded from the China Geos. And we also submitted the data to different kind of websites, so they can also download from these different kind of websites. So the annual report, so this is just to give a list for the annual report up to now. So the topic including the growth of calorimetry of vegetation, the global production of bulk grain and oil crop, the land cover, the wetland, the ecological environment, and some kind of topic are included for the global system So they just give a very short example. For example, JAC 2021 is a sustainable development trend of global terrestrial ecosystem. We can find out some results. This is the global ecosystem pattern and the distribution of globally. And we can find some important information. The global forest area continues to decline, for failure to meet the target of halting deforestation. And the career of biodiversity is returned. So, and comparatively, the different areas in the globe have different terms of the global ecosystems. So this is another example I want to bring up in information. And the impact. So GeoArk is also coordinated with the AOGO TD7. TD7 is environmental monitoring and protection. So we organized a lot of activity in the AOGO framework, and also we have a lot of activity in the GEO's forums and the GEO's currently. So we have listed all these kind of activity. And this data set can also be provided to the United Nations for the more impact. And the China Geo has also authorized the UNEP to publish the GeoArk report and the data set on its website. So we hope to have more cooperation with the UNEP or the FAO or some other kind of international organization to support the different international convention for the climate change or sustainability. Up to now, there are different engagement partnerships. So you can see we have a lot of research institutions, and we also have some user engagement in the FAO, UNEP, UNESCAP, and the AGPC. And then most of the institution is from the research institution. We hope to have more and more cooperation. So this is just to show some example. We have signed some MOU with China, with Pakistan, with Cambodia. For example, we have used the report to support the forest evaluation for the Cambodia, and this report has submitted to the Ministry of Environment Protection of Cambodia. And there is also some activity in the framework of AOGO. So I think it's also very important for us to. The new technology. So recently, I think we have developed some new technology. One is use the AI technology to support a high dynamic land surface monitoring. So we integrated the Landsat data, Sentinel data, and the MODIS data to generate multi-resolution seamless data cube. So it means we can get daily or 10 days these land surface reflectors can support the different kind of global ecosystem mapping and other kind of application. And another new development is we have used AI technology to support the global ecosystem mapping in the framework of IUCN. So this is also framework of the Global Ecosystem Atlas. So Ecosystem Atlas is another initiative of the GEO. So we have several discussions between the GeoArk and the Global Ecosystem Atlas. So we all coordinate and work together to support the global ecosystem mapping. And recently, we've also developed a AI-based environmental monitoring platform. For this platform is will be used to support the HL Senior environmental monitoring and analysis to support the regional policy making for environmental protection and for ecosystem restoration. So this is some application example. For sustainability, I think the GeoArk has continuously carried out global system and environmental monitoring. The challenge of GeoArk facing this intelligence for all, so it's including how to reach get feedback from the end users, how to empower multi-level user, especially how to learn, develop, and utilize AI to reach and empower, finally fulfill the objective of GEO to realize AI for all. So the GeoArc post 2025, so we will focus on the enhanced data precision and accessibility, drive user engagement in new report, and develop targeted analysis tools, and empower capacity building and knowledge sharing. For example, we will strengthen cooperation with the UNEP, UNESCO, FAO. We will coordinate with the AOGO, GEO, Global Ecosystem Atlas. For example, I think it's also very important for us to have more cooperation with the program discussed tonight. I think we also conduct a workshop, webinar, and training for the end user. So this is a framework to show our cooperation framework. I think for all this work, we have got some financial support from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Some financial support is for the product generation based on the Earth observation. And recently, the Ministry of Science and Technology have also launched the program for International Cooperation Project. This is a project we are directly support for the GeoArc's work. So we will focus on how to develop some new technology, how to generate more product, and how to generate operationally to generate some user required reports to support the international conventions and to support the regional government for policy making or environmental protection. And so that is all. Thank you very much.